New Orleans. We celebrate strength and being resilient. So tonight, we celebrate our city's NBA team because the New Orleans Pelicans are both, led by their calm and cool first-year head coach, Willie Green, and players who treat each other like brothers. The Pels overcame a 1-12 start and are now soaring into the postseason. The road to the playoffs begins in the Smoothie King Center tonight.
While the NCAA created March Madness for college basketball teams, the NBA has created April Adventures for its teams, a one-game, winner-take-all play-in matchup to get into the real playoffs. Tonight, the Pelicans face their division rivals, the San Antonio Spurs. The winner is moving on. The loser season is over. Good evening, everyone. I'm Fletcher Mackel.
And I'm Travers Mackel. The odds makers like the Pels tonight, and for good reason. Big moves to acquire players like C.J. McCollum and big wins down the stretch make the Pels a team that nobody really wants to face this postseason.
That's right. And tonight, the Pelicans need their fans to rise up to provide a real home court advantage. And over the next 30 minutes, we're going to get you ready for tip-off. Jennifer Crockett is standing by live at a fan party, but let's go right now to where everything is going down tonight, the Smoothie King Center. Sports anchor Sharif Ishak is standing by with our special co-host this evening.
Well, thanks a lot, Fletcher. Our special co-host would be Saints legend, Pelicans season ticket holder, Pelicans super fan. I can go on and on. Defensive end, Cam Jordan. Cam, thanks for joining us as always. You're a legend when it comes to being a Pelicans fan. Season didn't start off all that great for the team. 3-16, they went 33-30 the rest of the way. You guys, in some seasons, started slow and then finished very strong and got into the playoffs. What was it like to watch them change the directions of this franchise?
I mean, you say it happened with the trade. I mean, honestly went from guys that were working hard, both ends of the court. I mean, it was great to be at the games, but you saw that there was progress when it needed to happen.
What do you think about Willie Green, the job he's done? You've been around two great coaches, and Sean Payton and now Dennis Allen. What's it like to have a guy who's a leader like Willie Green and change this franchise and make it a winning franchise and start this winning culture?
I mean, for the Pelicans franchise, it's a little bit about consistency, right? I mean, there's been a lot of head coach changes in and out the last 4 years. So you talk about Willie G coming in, and it looks like that's what he brings. He brings that leadership aspect you talk about. He brings in that consistency that you know you can rely on him, you can trust on him to make some of these transitional calls. And it's you can see it in the flow. You can see it in the love of the game.
What is the one biggest thing that you've seen from this team this season that has helped them get to this point?
Man, they're gritty. And again, I alluded to it like all of 2 minutes ago? The C.J. McCollum trade. You know, I was like, I hate to see Nickeil Alexander-Walker go, but then we bring in C.J. and he's a certified bucket.
He is Saints defensive end and Pelican super fan Cam Jordan. In just a few minutes, we're going to talk about a couple rookies who have really helped this team, and one of them as a defensive juggernaut, and we're going to get Cam's opinion on a guy who can really play some defense. Back to you.
Sharif, Cam, thank you. The NBA created the play-in tournament in 2020 as a way to keep teams more engaged and playing hard until the bitter end, and it's really worked.
Yeah, but do players really like it? Here's what C.J. McCollum, who's the president of the NBA's Players Association, had to say about the new tournament.
I love to watch it, hate to play in it, but I think it's good for the league. You know what I mean? It's good for fans. It makes it more competitive, makes the last quarter of the season more competitive, and you got a lot of great games tonight. You know, Kyrie's playing, KD's playing. You got the Cavs, got Trae Young and them playing tomorrow. You got us playing. So I think it's really fun for the league. But like, you don't want to play in it because then like you lose, it's over. You know what I mean? Like when you win, it's great, but then you're tired and you got to go into the playoffs. So I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm happy that it's been successful and well received.
Yeah, so here's how it all works really quickly. It's 4 teams in each conference battling for just 2 spots. In the 7-8 matchup last night, Minnesota won, so they're in the playoffs. They're going to be the 7th seed. The Clippers lost. They're still alive, though, and the winner of the Spurs Pelicans tonight, they travel to Los Angeles to take on the Clippers Friday. The season ends for the loser. The winner then becomes the 8th seed.
Since arriving in 2002, this is the 8th time New Orleans has qualified for the postseason. In 2003, the team was still in the Eastern Conference, and they faced the Philadelphia 76ers in the playoffs. Then in 2004, it was the Miami Heat. They then moved to the Western Conference and had their best season in 2008, winning 56 games and getting to the semifinals before falling to the Spurs. 2009, 11, and 15 ended with first-round losses. In 2018 was the last time the Pelicans played in the playoffs. That being said, let's take a quick walk down memory lane, some of the best games in the SKC. The 2018 playoffs were fantastic. The Pelicans ran the Blazers off the floor, sweeping the series and advancing to the second round for only the second time since the team arrived in New Orleans. Let's go back to 2015, the Pelicans needing to win the regular season finale to get into the playoffs, facing a Spurs team also needing to win to secure home court in the playoffs. The Pelicans won, and they punched their ticket into the postseason. One more for you. Let's go back to Easter Sunday 2011. New Orleans facing the Lakers in a 7-game series. Game 4, Jarrett Jack with that game winner. It was just an electric moment. And tonight, we expect more electric moments inside the Smoothie King Center. The Pelicans announced that the game is a sellout, and the excitement for this team is really building across the city.
Yeah, joining us now with more is WDSU's Jennifer Crockett. She's live at one of several Pelicans watch parties happening tonight. And Jen, I know the crowd is building, a lot of momentum, everybody having a great time.
That's right, Fletcher. It is all sunshine and wingspans here at the Rusty Nail in the Warehouse District. I want to show you what it looks like inside the bar just a couple moments ago. It is shoulder-to-shoulder Pels jersey. There is all the pre-gaming buzz alive and well. The drinks are flowing. I talked to fans and I asked what their expectations are in the hardwood and in the stands.
It's nice to have veterans like such as Jonas and CJ McCollum, especially for Brandon Ingram. This is going to be his first postseason game tonight. When you have guys like CJ and JV to lean on, those two guys are really going to be important in tonight's game and hopefully moving forward against the Clippers, and then hopefully we get to the Suns in a couple days.
It's exciting to have some community with this team. You know, like for a while it was just you get together with your family and you're like close friends and all, but it's really cool to go to a bar and you see all these people and you have the common interest already.
There's also been a common lack of productivity today. Fans that I talked to said that they had a really hard time grinding through their hump day work day today. They just couldn't wait to get the pregame started. Now, so far, the weather out here has just been a dream. Joining us now in the WDSU Weather Center is Devin Lucy. Devin, are fans going to get lucky on their walk to the Smoothie King Center tonight?
They will, walking to it, but coming out could be a completely different story because we're tracking this line of strong thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, and as they close in, look, by about 8 o'clock could be to the North Shore 8 to 9, but by 11 o'clock, game might be getting out at this time. Those storms could be right there, and then we're not clearing off till we get towards tomorrow morning. So we get to that Pels forecast to the Superdome tonight. You can see that it's going to be warm, humid, a little bit breezy for you, but by the time you're getting out, I want to make sure you got one of these. You got some rain gear and umbrella to it. I know you're not going to forget your smartphone and smart device, but hey, download our weather app here because we will be timing and tracking all those storms to arrive, and it does appear by 11 o'clock in game's end, those storms will be here too and might possibly be severe. Strong wind gusts, maybe even some spin-ups within. That's why I want you to be prepared with that and this too.
So we dressed up, Fletcher, as two Pelican rookies.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado. And the real Jose Alvarado, he showed up. He saw social media, and you are here, Pelicans guard, one of the better stories of the Pelicans season.
All right, that was Mardi Gras Day back in March. A pretty cool experience. Jose showed up when he saw you and Sharif dressed up, honoring him and fellow rookie Herb Jones.
Yeah, celebrating those guys was fun because they've been really good and they've helped the team win games this season. Jones actually leads all NBA rookies in steals, and he has a chance to make the NBA's all-defensive teams, something only a few other first-year players have ever done. Trey Murphy leads all rookies in three-point shooting, and Alvarado has been an energizer bunny for the team off the bench. Yesterday, I talked with Herb Jones about what making an all-defensive team would mean to him.
All right, Herb, let's just start. When your name is mentioned with the likes of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is that even mind-blowing for you? Second-round draft pick, rookie. They're talking about an all-defense team. A rookie player hasn't done that in a long time. Only few in the history of the game have done it.
Oh, yeah, it's mind-blowing to be even considered, to be on the all-defensive team in the NBA. A year ago, if you would have told me that I would have a chance to be able to, be mentioned amongst the best defenders in the league, I definitely wouldn't have believed you. But I mean, it's just a credit to my teammates letting me be who I am on the defensive end, and my coaches for allowing me to play how I play.
How proud are your parents, your coaches? I mean, you came in with little to no fanfare, and now you are somebody that is considered a cornerstone guy, and people in NBA circles are talking about is one of the big pieces of this organization's future going forward.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my family and friends, they're super excited, super proud of me, but they know how I am. A lot of the noise, I never pay attention to it, and I just keep my head down and keep working. I don't try to pay attention to the results as much. I try to enjoy the process, and whatever comes out of, the hard work that we put in on the floor, whatever comes out of that is what I'm okay with.
There was a picture when you all had, I guess, a rookie costume contest. The three rookies, though, you, Alvarado, and Trey Murphy, have emerged as pretty solid rotational pieces. How far have the three of you all come, and how close are you all having grown together as the 2021 rookie class?
Man, we've come a long way. Me and Trey were talking about it the other day. That picture feels like 2 years ago. We were just talking about how long and how much we've grown throughout the season.
All right, Herb Jones, good luck against the Spurs.
I appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, Fletcher. That is Fletcher and Herb Jones, the rookie. Let's talk some defense, Cam, because I know how much you love defense. Herb Jones, a rookie franchise record. He combined for 190 blocks and steals. Who does he remind you of on your team, on your defense, who is that good on defense?
I'd probably say Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, his rookie year, he came in with like 4 or 5 interceptions, like super quiet, didn't know anything about him, Pro Bowl player, going crazy. And yet he doesn't talk a lot on the field. I look at Herb and I was like, I keep calling Herb Jones. I mean, he does work on the defensive side, and yet he doesn't chirp a lot. He just puts his head down and keeps working.
Another good rookie for this team, Jose Alvarado.
The chirper.
The chirper. He can chirp. He can get under your skin. Plays really well. He reminds me of another guy in your defense. I think his name is C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
The only person I'm gonna ever say acts like CJ would be like Pat Beverly. I don't know if I could put Jose up there. I mean, Jose like hides his way, like annoys people. He's like, the ball is about to be inbound. Jose comes from like the opposite side of the court. Like he's just hiding everywhere, right? He just pops up. You can't like have your eye on him and not be on the lookout for him.
All right, we have more coming up with Cam Jordan in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about Zion Williamson and some of the advice he can give to Zion. Back to you.
Hey, Sharif and Cam, thank you very much. Here's a live look at the Smoothie King Center as we get you ready for tip-off between the Pelicans and the Spurs. It's the biggest game the Pelicans have played since 2018, and the Smoothie King Center should be rocking tonight.
Yeah, people across the city are taking in the game at watch parties just like this one live at the Rusty Nail. Up next, hear what Cam Jordan has to say about Pels star forward Zion Williamson and his future in the Big Easy.
Just to make it official, Zion will not play tomorrow, correct?
No, Zion will not play tomorrow.
All right, you heard it right there. Tuesday at Pelicans practice, head coach Willie Green said Zion, he's out for tonight's game against the Spurs.
Yeah, the star forward has missed the entire season following foot surgery back in July, and there's still more questions than answers regarding Zion's injury and his long-term future in the Big Easy. 3 years ago this summer, basketball in the Big Easy got a big shot in the arm. The Pelicans won the draft lottery, landing generational talent Zion Williamson. But before his pro career even got started, injury. Knee surgery kept Zion off the court for 48 of the team's 72 games his rookie season. But the teenage phenom showed everyone what he was capable of in year 2, putting up historic numbers and making the All-Star team. But his team finished with a losing record, so he suggested he wanted change, and he got it. The Pelicans built everything around Big Z, new coach, new players, all designed to highlight Williamson's unique talents. But last July, another setback, a broken foot, an injury that was supposed to keep him out only 3 months has now stretched 10 months. Williamson's father says he's healthy. The team says he's not. So the 21-year-old remains sidelined. And since he hasn't spoken since September, no one knows when he'll play or if he's ready to commit to New Orleans long term. This summer, Zion is eligible for a 5-year contract extension worth a fully guaranteed $185 million.
All right, Cam, there we are talking about Zion Williamson. You've had a great career up to this point. You've only missed one game. It's because of COVID. You lived you lived a healthy career, played a healthy career as a professional athlete. What kind of advice would you give Zion Williamson? He hasn't played in 90 games in 3 seasons with the Pelicans.
I mean, I don't know if this one was his fault. I mean, you got a foot injury, right? You sort of need that in basketball. You can't just run around one leg. For it to stretch out over the season, it hurts. I think it hurts the team. I mean, think about where we would be if Zion was fully healthy this season. We wouldn't be sitting at a play-in. We'd be somewhere around, I think in my mind, like a 4 or 5 seed.
As a young guy, how tough can that be when you have so much pressure? You get the
no
number
idea.
1 pick. Yes, you do. You have an idea.
I have no idea. I've never been hurt for a stretch like this. So I'm gonna keep knocking on wood that never happens my way. But I mean, to have that pressure to be a number 1 pick, to know that he's a transcendent type player when he's on the field. I mean, he's Point Zion. When we've seen him take up the field, when he's seen him take the court, he takes over in such a powerful way. So you'd have to sit back and get him healthy, where where he can play, dominate, and do everything that Zion can do.
All right, he is Cam Jordan. We have one more great block with Cam Jordan. We're going to talk about this becoming a basketball city as well as his predictions. You're taking a look at the Hyatt Regency, Cam, as the Pelicans and Spurs are less than 2 hours away from a playing game inside the wonderful Smoothie King Center. We'll be right back.
All right, sports fans in New Orleans have added red and blue, I have, to their black and gold.
That's right. The Pelicans' turnaround this season has boosted sales, team merchandise at places like the Black and Gold store in Metairie, and many people wearing the Pelicans' colors will be in the Warehouse District tonight.
That is where we find WDSU's Jennifer Crockett. She's standing by at a Pels watch party. Jen, I know people there are super excited. It looks like that crowd behind you is definitely building.
Absolutely. The drinks are pouring. The excitement is building. And check it out. We've even gotten some pretty cool swag. You were just talking about it. Check out this Kingram t-shirt here to celebrate the return of Brandon Ingram to the court. He's going to be playing in his first postseason challenge of his 6th season career as an NBA player. We also caught up with Pels shooting guard Trey Murphy on the recent fan excitement rallying behind his team. Take a listen.
Oh no, it's beautiful. I mean, it just shows you what is to come in the future. We're starting to win a winning program and a winning organization. And I'll just let you know now, if you aren't on the bandwagon, you better jump behind it because it's about to get full.
Yeah, they're jumping behind it. They're jumping in front of it. You can see there are a lot of people out here tonight. And if this crowd is any indication, the city of New Orleans certainly has an appetite for basketball. I'll send it over now to my friends Sharif Ishak and Cam Jordan, who are inside the Smoothie King Center. Guys, I'm going to be sending all of these fans your way in no time.
Well, thanks a lot, Jen. She's at one of our favorite places, the Rusty Nail, and there's a lot of fans there. They're coming here, as she said. This is going to be a packed place. Cam, we know New Orleans loves the Saints, football town. Can this be as big as a basketball town, and how do they make it as big as the Saints? I know it takes more than just one season.
Absolutely. I think, with this core group that they drafted well, they got Jackson Hayes, who's my guy. I think this team has a lot of great things going for it. And with consistency comes trust. With trust comes the full backings of the city that is New Orleans. And once the city fully backs you, you know what it is.
All right, that is his saying, Mr. Cam Jordan. He thinks this will be a big basketball city eventually. Willie Green and company, they're building a lot.
And
Fletcher?
also, stay out the Rusty Nail. That's my go-to.
Stay out.
right, yeah, they are giving out red shirts tonight. It should be full of red. I know you changed and put on your red jacket and you were going to the game.
Yeah, no, I'm going to wear it to the game now that I know it's red. I had a blue t-shirt, but that's not going to fly anymore.
Yeah, and that's all for us tonight. There's about an hour and a half before tip-off. The game tips off at 8:30 against the San Antonio Spurs, and fans are definitely going to be flocking into the Smoothie King Center tonight.
All right, everybody, have a great night. And, of course, go Pals with Sharif Ishak, Cam Jordan, Jennifer Crockett, Fletcher Mackel. I'm Travers Mackel. You can watch full highlights starting tonight at 10. And then tomorrow morning, we'll have all of your post-game reaction. Let's hope it's a big win.
Let's hope. Good night, everyone.